Airbnb has affected both high-end and low-end hotel profits as the sharing economy continues its rapid ascent. With over $109 billion in market value as of January 2022, Airbnb is valued more highly than several individual hotel businesses. In any case, hotel versus Airbnb, the pros and cons for travelers remain an open subject. First and foremost, staying in an Airbnb allows you to fit in with the locals. Ideally, hotels would be centrally located, with easy access to nightlife, dining, and cultural attractions via foot or public transportation, and that's fine. However, being in the thick of things can make it noisy. As a guest, you become part of the community when you rent an apartment or a room in a home through Airbnb. There's also the chance to visit a less popular area with tourists, which might help you get a sense of the city's daily life rather than just its highlights. Ultimately, the type of vacation you want and the way you like to travel and experience new places influences where you stay. You might want your vacation planned with a schedule and services like room keeping and tour guides, or you can opt to leave like a local. In our opinion, the latter is the preferable choice. If you are interested in learning beyond hotels and Airbnbs, then you are at the right place. You only need to subscribe to our channel and get access to our archive of travel accommodations info. Next, if you're traveling with a large group, let's say with your family, Airbnb can save you money compared to reserving a hotel suite or a series of hotel rooms for a larger party. In addition to saving money by not having to search for kid-friendly recipes or order takeout every meal, having more room makes it easier to share the cooking and cleaning responsibilities. That said, some hotels offer childcare services that can make for a nice break or quiet dinner date. So for hotels versus Airbnbs, as far as space is concerned, it may be contingent on the degree of intimacy within your group and the amount of time you desire to spend together. Which leads us to another important point to consider when choosing between Airbnbs and hotel: the duration of your stay, and we'll be talking about that very soon, so stay tuned. For travelers, since the whole point of a vacation is to get away from it all, renting a hotel room is a preferable choice if you want to avoid doing any work while you're away. If you book an Airbnb, you'll likely have to do some minor housework, make your bed and cook your food at the very least. Due to the convenience of room service, staying in a hotel is a pleasant respite. According to a room service review at Four Seasons Istanbul, I settled on the red lentil soup with yogurt, homemade spicy potato chips with yogurt, falafel and hummus sandwich, a lamb burger with fries, Cajun chicken strips, and baklava for dessert. I could hardly wait. Yes, that is how convenient room service can be. The downside is that you may be woken up at 8 a.m. for housekeeping, and you'll have to spend more money eating out for every meal. We still believe it's worth it since you won't have to perform any chores actively. Also, the length of your stay is a significant consideration. Short-term stays at hotels are convenient. You don't have to look up nearby areas, transportation options, or tourist sites because everything is right around the corner. However, it is a no-brainer when it comes to long-term stays. It will be preferable to spend time at your Airbnb lodging. Even if you have to undertake some of your normal daily chores, having control over your own space is a lot more enjoyable experience than the anonymity of a hotel. That being said, another issue to consider is having privacy and control over your space, and we'll be talking about that very soon. So make sure you don't miss that. Now, courtesy of Airbnb New Luxe Service, travelers can stay in luxurious houses with 5-star hotel amenities. Even trip designers are all available as options for some homes. They can help you plan your time away from home, much like a traditional luxury hotel concierge. However, when it comes to luxury, hotels are usually the first place that comes to mind, and it's simple to see why. From linen's quality to the availability of 24/7 check-in and check-out, every aspect of your stay is taken care of. So if you want to splurge a little and leave like a king during your vacation, you should definitely go with hotels. Moving on, a hotel is a better bet regarding credibility and accessibility. There may be a few kinks when renting an Airbnb for a specific period. Customer support and help are not always available. you can have amazing experiences using Airbnb. However, there have been some situations when it has been difficult to identify houses, contact the host, or even find the key to the house. Scams involving Airbnb bookings are also rather common. Additionally, you risk having your reservation canceled at the 11th hour. Imagine traveling 3,000 miles to a foreign land only to get your booking canceled on you at the last minute. How devastating it would be. Nonetheless, it's quite common with Airbnbs. In fact, according to the New York State Attorney General, 72% of Airbnbs in New York are illegal hotels. That's hardly the case for hotels, though. Before making a reservation on Airbnb, you should do some research and look at other user reviews. Regarding privacy, it is important to note that Airbnbs are the host's property, unlike hotels. Even though you pay for your stay, you are still entering someone else's home or apartment. That implies you should be careful not to infringe too much on their personal space or cause a mess. Also, it's common for the host to check in on you while you're there, which may be inconvenient for some guests. Also, considering that some Airbnbs are shared, we believe it's a safe bet to choose hotels when you want some privacy during your vacation. Do you prefer having privacy on your vacations? Share your thoughts in the comment section. Technically, it is difficult to say which service is more costly since it depends on where you stay. Airbnb is a good option if you're looking for a cheap hotel alternative since it does not have to cover the costs of a hotel's overhead or general management. Still, it can also be more expensive. Generally speaking, Airbnbs are less expensive than hotels are. There is a wide range of options for renting a vacation home. It's all about figuring out what you need and want, and then finding a place that meets those requirements. When it comes to the debate between Airbnb versus hotels, it all comes down to personal preference. If you enjoyed watching this video, you are sure to enjoy our next Top 7 Most Beautiful Hotel Rooms in the World.